question. Since you be acting extra, do your favorite rapper like my son. Like my son, though.
My bad ski. Everybody. Welcome back to another episode of the BES Podcast. I'm here, as you guys already heard, with all the hosts. I'm here with Eli, EJ, Beba, Bella, Drew, and myself. Welcome, everybody. How's everybody doing?
We're good.
Elite.
We're
Yeah?
good.
Elite. For those on camera that do not see it, because obviously it's not on camera, just say that these cups do not have water. These cups do not have water, and it's going to be that kind of podcast.
Wow.
I promise you would want to stick through the whole thing. We're going to talk a lot. We're going to talk about a lot today. Obviously, the Ohtani signing, the Soto trades, a lot that happened in college football. So the viewers and the listeners, I suggest that you push through. You push through the entire episode because we got a lot for you guys. That being said, if you guys enjoy this video, make sure you guys smash that like button. Hit the subscribe button. And hit that notification bell so you never miss a banger. Make sure you guys do those. There's 70% of you. 70% of our viewers aren't subscribers.
Yo, hit that.
Those that are watching this video that aren't subscribed, let me. It's Christmas, bro. It's the time for giving. Give us a subscribe.
Yo, hit us.
Give us a subscription real quick. just 2 seconds of your day. Ding. Make sure you guys like the video and subscribe. We would greatly appreciate it. Dude, I really got a question for y'all, but I really want to dive in.
Yeah, bro.
We're going to forget the questions this week, and we're going to get right into the big splash, the big fish, the big great white shark.
10.
Shohei Ohtani.
Talk about some 10. Say the whole 700, dog.
Talk
about some 10.
A dime.
Yeah, I ain't worried about the 10.
Shohei.
Say the number he's getting, bro.
The business Ohtani finally signed with the Los Angeles Dodgers.
Damn.
Dodgers.
Yo, screw them.
For a whopping 10 years, $700 million.
Yo,
that's $70 million per year.
Yo, he's making like $45,000 a game.
That's
just
insane.
for reference.
Bro,
just for reference.
Per second, this is kind of gross though. I know it doesn't. Just think about how many seconds are in a day.
Word.
Per second in his life until this contract runs out. He's making $2.95 per
second.
Each second is $3 in his pocket.
That's crazy.
Insane.
That's crazy.
A second.
Thoughts?
Yo, so off camera, I was talking to Eli about it. I'm gonna just go from the business side before we talk about Ohtani because we know how great Ohtani is. So I'm not about to. I ain't even worried about him, to be honest. If I'm being 100%.
Oh, no, okay.
But I do think the Dodgers did this long term in order for them to boost their stock as a business. And I think, like I was telling Eli, within the first month they're gonna get $200 million back easily. Now you're tapping into a whole different market where now Japan, everybody in Japan is gonna be a freaking Dodgers fan now. You know what I'm saying? So now you already got jerseys. Jersey sales are about to skyrocket. Everybody in Japan is probably going to try their best to watch the Dodgers play, whether that's subscribing to whatever streaming service they need to in order so that they can watch Ohtani play.
No. Best believe there's a private jet to Japan with every Ohtani jersey. Every Ohtani jersey
like
made.
They might do something crazy like that. $700 million. And I know, like, the number that was being thrown around for him was like the 500s, 550, 600. And I saw some things on Twitter or X now, whatever. And
Twitter.
Some people were like really salty, like, oh, he wouldn't sign with the Blue Jays. Like a lot of Blue Jays fans were like, wow, he really wouldn't sign with us for $600 million, but he signed with the Dodgers for $700 million. I'm like, bro, you really about to get mad? Like,
$100 million?
Yeah, it's $100 million.
And he's closer to home?
And he's closer to home.
Come on.
It doesn't even matter at this point.
I mean, I get it.
And to be honest, I'm happy he's not on the Blue Jays. Imagine having to play him all year. That would have been annoying. I do think like it's gonna be awesome seeing Ohtani in a Dodgers jersey. I think it's great. I think it's great for baseball. the MLB in general, is about to send the game. Like, it's just gonna take the game to like a different stratosphere now, especially as far as money is concerned.
Yeah.
I do think health plays a big part into this though. Those are my like little questions. You know, like I don't think he's gonna pitch next year for the Dodgers. I think he's just gonna hit.
Yeah, well, he's not allowed to pitch until 2025
Yeah,
due
so
to
he's
his injury.
probably just gonna be able to come back and hit. And then you like, I'm not saying that he's gonna
Nah.
be a bad pitcher when he comes back, but it is a year removed.
Hey, yo, Bella, cut it out.
It is a year removed, so like, you know, there's got to be some, if not some type of regression, or he's just not gonna be in peak form right in the beginning when he comes back. But shout out to the Dodgers, big splash.
I love and hate them, so I love them. I would love to play for them.
And you can
But
love
as-
me or hate me. I swear
I
it
just
won't
hate
make.
them that it's them, and they got the money and the payroll to do it.
Yeah, and they were the only other team that was gonna be able to
I
do it.
know.
To me, he was either gonna go to the Dodgers or he was gonna stay with the Angels.
Yeah.
Those are my only two. I didn't see him doing anything else.
I mean, Ray said off camera, maybe the Braves, and if he would have done that, boy,
Yeah, that would have been ridiculous.
boy, in that lineup with what they did last year,
Yeah. Well, until they played the Phillies.
and yeah,
Yeah, well, I said the same thing. It's gonna be the Dodgers or the Angels because this is the thing. He wanted to win, but at the same time, you got to also think. Not you guys, the viewers, whoever's viewing and listening to this, you guys also have to think, right? Ohtani wants to be the star in this league, right?
Yeah.
It's kind of like, bro, he wants to be the Babe Ruth for the Japanese,
Yeah.
for Japan.
I mean,
So
It kind of is.
in Toronto, yeah, but in Toronto, you're not doing that.
No.
You got to stay in LA. It's closer to home, just like Eli said. We already said that the jerseys are en route.
yeah,
They're
Oh,
gonna-
they're already purchased.
Monday, 3:49 p.m.
Yeah,
it's arriving in Japan.
They're already there, bro.
The Braves. I mentioned the Braves just because he made that notion that he wanted to win, and that's one of the teams that was gonna pick him up that have one of the best chances to win the World Series.
Right.
But dog, the Dodgers was the one team. I know as a Yankee fan, I know we wanted him. I know the Mets was in there. I heard Boston was in it. Obviously, he had that visit with Toronto. He wasn't going anywhere, but either staying. He was going to stay in LA, regardless of what team it was going to be.
Yeah.
This is great. I mean, it sucks for everybody in the NL West.
Yo, for real.
What I do like,
Same.
sort of, is, I mean, we're with the next news that we're about to get into. We are looking at a Coast v Coast World Series potentially. East Coast versus West Coast.
I hope so.
I do think though that Dodgers lineup just got ridiculous.
I saw a lineup made, and I'm like, this is gross.
What was it?
It literally had Ohtani batting like 3
Yeah.
with Freddie Freeman behind and Mookie Betts in front.
Yeah.
That's gross.
Yeah. That's yeah.
The hell?
I saved this question because I wanted to ask you guys on camera. I didn't want to ask you guys off camera.
Mhm.
Would Babe Ruth have gotten this kind of contract if
No.
he played in today's league?
No, Babe Ruth was throwing meatballs and he didn't play against one Dominican.
He said he didn't play against one Dominican.
Ohtani, not only did he play Dominicans, he beat Dominicans. He won the World Baseball Classic
Against
Yeah.
Mike Trout.
against
Golly. USA.
Yo, first of all, him and Mike Trout, arguably the two best players in baseball, played 6 seasons together, 0 playoff appearances.
Donut.
Crazy.
It's
Angels,
insane.
good job over there, man.
Crazy.
You guys did a great job. But we are gonna talk about another big fish.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Ski.
Yeah.
The New York Yankees.
What?
Yes, Bella. Yes.
Go
Hopefully,
crazy.
not the only move they make. They went and traded for Juan Soto.
Juanito.
They sent yeah. They sent over to San Diego Higgy, Michael King. They sent out Drew Thorpe,
Randy
Vasquez, and Johnny Brito.
Yeah.
Those were the 5 names they sent out. So basically, 1 catcher, 4 pitchers. They really need pitching. Vasquez, Brito, 2 guys that did they did decent for us, and they got good development over there in San Diego. So they're gonna do their thing. Drew Thorpe is the future.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, very sad that he has to go, but
yeah.
they got a good prospect in that.
And
And then
Michael
King was our man.
Yeah,
I know, man.
King was our guy.
That was a tough.
That one hurt.
That was a tough
That one
pill to
hurt.
swallow.
King was our guy. Unfortunately, King was added to that because we weren't going to give up Volpe, Dominguez,
Or
Peraza, or any any of those guys. I didn't want to give out Spencer Jones. But if I had to give out between Spencer Jones or Drew Thorpe, they could take Jones.
We have a bunch of outfielders.
Yeah.
I agree.
Yeah, we have.
I wanted
It's
Drew
insane.
to stay. I mean, yeah, I wanted Thorpe to stay. No offense, Jones, but
Mhm.
Yeah.
whatever. What do you guys think about this Juan Soto trade? And does it answer all our questions?
Nah.
You want me? You
I
want
mean, you can go ahead. You can go ahead.
All right.
Okay.
I waited all week to talk about this. I have not. So, here's what I love about the whole totality of the moves that were made. I think a super underrated signing that makes the Juan Soto trade like this much better for us is the Alex Verdugo trade. And I'm going to explain why.
Yes, Sersky.
Verdugo is the epitome of the type of hitter that we need in our lineup. He's a lefty bat who hits for contact but has the power to hit home runs and is a solid outfielder. Outfielder that plays in games. You know, like he's not one of these outfielders that gets hurt. He's durable. He's played for the Red Sox. So, and he's been a Yankee killer. Every time he comes to Yankee Stadium, he kills us. Now what you do is you set up one side of the outfield, you put Judge in center, and now you mean to tell me in right field I have Juan mother-loving Soto, who I always bring this up when I talk about him because this is when I knew how great he really was. Do y'all remember when the Nationals were in the World Series against the Astros?
Yeah.
I'll never forget this at bat. I don't remember the game, but I remember Justin Verlander was on the mound.
Knew it.
And he was 21. No, he wasn't even 21 years old at the time.
It was a freaking rocket.
And I remember the patience he showed at the plate against one of the best in one of the biggest spots.
Mm-hmm.
And he did the Soto shuffle. Yeah. And I was like, wow, this kid.
Oh, he hit.
This kid is here. Like, he's here. All right, let's see what he does. And he sends a moonshot. Like, not even, I think it registered at like 440 something.
Stupid.
If I'm correct, it was 463.
Oh, was it? It was a bomb.
If I was correct. If I'm correct.
Stupid.
And I remember they won that World Series, and I'm like, yo, this kid is the future. To now have him and Aaron Judge on the same team, it's actually really, it's crazy when you even think, when you even say that sentence.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And now, like, we've spoken about the potential lineups. To me, the weaknesses we've had in our lineup, I think you now can hide way better than we have previously. And let me explain to you why. No matter where you throw Judge or Soto, they're going to produce because what they do best is hit. Yeah. That's what they do. But you mean to tell me now I can hide a Giancarlo Stanton at 6 or 5? He doesn't have to be that 4-hole hitter anymore, or we have to lean on him to constantly produce and give us runs.
And be on the field.
Exactly. Now I can, this is no offense to the names that I'm throwing out there because you guys are good in your own regard. But at the same time, you guys have regressed in the past years, and these guys are, like, they're them. Like, that's just a simple matter of the fact. But we can hide the Anthony Rizzos. We can hide the Austin Wells. You know what I'm saying? You don't want to hide Glaber. Glaber can hit.
Yeah, he showed that last year.
He showed that last year he can hit. But you know what I'm saying? Like, we don't have to rush and put Volpe to bat leadoff now.
Yeah, we don't.
I love the fact that in all the lineups I've seen, he's still at 9. Keep him at 9. Yeah. Let him develop as a hitter. That to me is what makes our lineup dangerous now. But now we need to go ahead on the back end and make sure our pitching is okay. And that is my concern.
Yeah.
That is my concern. Because I don't want to be that team that leans on Garrett Cole or Carlos Rodon and is like, all right, we signed you guys to be aces, come in here and be aces, and you guys are not that. Well, not saying that Garrett Cole isn't, but Carlos Rodon this past season
wasn't it.
I don't know. You know what I'm saying? We don't know what Nestor's going to be coming back. And I don't even think we have 4 or 5 solidified in our especially now that Michael King is gone. Nope. Do we trust Clark Schmidt? You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So those are my biggest keys, but the Juan Soto trade, I think it puts us as, I think, favorites in the American League.
Damn, what you doing, my boy? What you doing,
Check under the table.
Critical. Yeah.
You can go ahead.
Go ahead.
And we need that extension.
Yeah, no, bro. That's the scary part.
Yeah.
He's a rental. And we gave up a couple key pieces for him. We didn't give up a lot like I expected though. I expected to give up a lot more than that. The Grinch. What I do want to say is we need to get rid of 2 things. We need to get rid of strength and conditioning coach. Put you there. And we need to get our freaking hitting put together. The one thing I like about Soto, he's a big name. Yeah, he hits home runs, cool, blah, blah, blase. But the dude walks.
Yeah.
He leads with walks.
He led the league in walks past 3 seasons.
It's disgusting that he can hit for 270, have 100 walks, and also produce 100 RBIs.
Yeah.
Like, sign him up.
Yeah.
If you put him in front of Judge and he walks the way he normally walks, he's going to have people on base. And that's what we want. I want Judge a little lower in the lineup. That 2 spot is gross.
Yeah, but now he doesn't have to be, though.
He could sit at the 3 spot. You know, put Verdugo at 1. Throw him in there. Lefty first.
Yo, I would even go Verdugo, LeMahieu, then Soto.
And then you throw in
and
Judge.
And then you throw Judge in. And then if you really want to get spicy, you could throw Rizzo or Stanton right after.
I would throw Rizzo. I would love to have, you have Stanton, you have Judge, and then you have Rizzo. The reason why I like Rizzo, because with 2 strikes, he shortens up with the bat.
Yeah.
Like, he's like, all right, 2 for me, 1 for you. Like, I like that approach. Like, I'm going to go ahead, swing out of my shoes, but then when I got 2 strikes, all right, I'm going to settle down and I'm going to work the count. Not like Stan. Stan's out there.
He's trying to smash
all 3 pitches.
Even though, like, the Yankee organization seems to be expecting a big year from him coming up. Maybe, I don't know. Maybe they've seen something this offseason that they haven't seen.
I mean, they're dogging him out, so I hope he comes out.
Yeah, I know.
But that's one of my concerns. Figuring out the lineup, because that starts with the head coach. And our head coach, when it comes to lineups and all this math nonsense, it's gross.
Yeah.
Like I said, we played our games. Some of our lineups, you could tell, like, damn, if we had this player here, you know, would have helped out. If we would have dropped, so like placement counts. You know, having runners on counts. Being able to put up a lineup counts. Like, oh yeah, all these guys hits, but what happens if they hit and no one's on? Like, that's placement. We got to be able to put our players in position to score. We got to have players that are gonna go ahead and hit. And not freaking sit on the bench for 120 games. Right. Like, it can't happen. So those are my 2 concerns. Injuries, health, pitching. And we got to lock in, what's his name? The pitcher that we want to get.
Yamamoto.
Yamamoto. We got to get him. It's not even like it's a must.
Yeah.
Our pitching is lacking.
Yeah, man.
For the past 4 years.
And a lot of big names are already off the board. So that's what makes me worried.
That's why I'm saying we got to go all in. It's not we got to go get him.
And I told y'all who I want them to go get.
I mean, you're not wrong.
Yo, I think Bauer is a sneaky pickup, bro. Because he doesn't got to be 1, 2, or 3.
Put him in your 5.
Yeah.
Put him in your 5.
He could pitch every 5th game, bro. He's gonna pitch against every other team's 5th starter.
I'm with you.
Come on, bro.
We got to figure something out. Pitching is very key. we're gonna look like a nice lineup, like the Padres
Yeah.
with their lineup and no pitching.
Exactly.
We're gonna have that one guy like Snail who won the Cy Young. Haha, crazy how both Snail and Garrett Cole won unanimously,
Those are your guys.
and they go ahead and produce. But guess what? Their team did not make the playoffs.
Mhm.
So those are my key concerns. We got to
Yeah.
figure it out.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Ski. I agree with the Yamamoto. We definitely need to solidify that. Pitching is definitely one of our weakest points. All those lineups up there, bro. I'm just gonna wait till the season starts because we can do all this every day.
What's your lineup though?
I'm very traditional. I'm okay with Volpe at 9, but I like Volpe also in the 1 and 2 because if he gets the hit, now we got someone that can steal second, and now we can play small ball. So if we got Volpe 1, and let's say we throw DJ 2, Volpe gets the hit, he steals second. Now we could bunt, get him to third. Now we got 1 out, man on third, and the rest of the lineup is Rizzo, Judge, Soto, Stanton. And it's hits and runs galore, and that's just the first inning. So I'm just gonna wait. I'm gonna wait for what Aaron Boone does because it don't matter what I say here.
Yeah.
He's gonna figure out a way to do it his way.
Yep.
All right.
I ain't even gonna hold y'all. I made a lineup in MLB. Boy.
Stanton, I need to see something from you. I'm gonna tell you this straight up. All right, bro.
That's a fact.
EJ did mention that the organization is saying that you're gonna have a big year. Let me give you guys a little nugget. 3 years ago, Aaron Boone did the same thing. He got out on camera and said Josh Donaldson was about to have one of the biggest seasons in his career. You want to know what he did? You guessed it. So I don't want to hear that.
Traded.
Stan, I need you to do what you need to do and stay healthy. Hit up Judge. At follow what Rizzo's doing. Go get Judge's hitting coach and figure it out.
Facts.
Figure it out. Okay. But hey, the Yankees can't stop at Soto. We got other holes that we need to fill. We need to become the evil empire again. We can't be doing this. The season that we just had was the worst season I've seen in my lifetime.
Gross.
Can't happen again.
Yeah, it was gross.
Ohtani's contract is now the biggest contract, not only in baseball, in all of sports.
Sheesh.
A Japanese player playing in an American-based league is getting paid the most of all time. It's not soccer. It's not football. It's not anything. It's not boxing.
Yo.
Even though boxing, I know you get it in one shot. But
Yeah.
what I wanted to ask you guys off that little tidbit, is Ohtani worth the $700 million knowing that he can't pitch until 2025 and also not knowing, so also adding to that, the whole mysterious thought is he going to come back the same pitcher that he was? What if he doesn't? Mm-hmm. Is the $700 million worth for Shohei Ohtani after this injury?
I'm gonna say yeah. I was like, what? I think he's shown what he's worth as far as playing, and like I said, I think all the extra, like I think if we want to go based off of his talent, it's already a $500 million player. The extra $200 million is for all the marketing and everything else that he's gonna bring to the Dodgers. So I do think that the $700 million is warranted for him.
I don't know. I want to say yes, but it's a risk. It's a big risk. When you got $70 million a year coming out, and the first year he's not pitching, it's a little nerve-wracking, especially when their pitching last year wasn't that great, which is why they didn't go deep in the playoffs. So I understand it's him, but at the same time, if he does not pitch well or another game, is he then worth $700 million? If he just bats, is he worth $700 million? That I don't know. You got guys that are Juan Soto, and you got Bryce Harper, and you have Judge that sit around 3 to 5. Is he that much better than those guys at just hitting? That'll be my question. That'll be my rebuttal. Because he's worth $700 million if he doesn't touch a baseball on the mound again. So that's my biggest concern. It's a what if. $700 million. If I was the Dodgers, I would have went the same way with Toronto. I would have went 600. That's my take.
All right. Yeah. I mean, I don't really know. I do think it's a lot, and I know you're paying for two players, but listen, what's the second highest? Trout, I think with
Trout 426.
okay.
Sheesh.
Trout got 426. So what you're telling me, the Dodgers, what you're telling me is the other. All right, so 700 minus 426 is what? 268, 278. So the other 78 million dollars is on the pitching side. Don't really know. It's probably Garrett Cole. Don't really know who's the highest pitcher, contracted pitcher, right? And that's kind of gross because Garrett Cole is the best in his craft, getting paid 200 or whatever he's getting paid. So it is kind of scary. It is kind of scary. The 700 million. I'm not gonna say he's not gonna come back the way he has been, but 700 million for somebody. Cole's getting paid 324 million. 324 million for 9 years.
Sheesh.
Yeah, we're just gonna have to see. It's. I do think it's a lot of money. I'm not, but I will agree with EJ. It warrants it because we are talking about Ohtani. Ohtani is a really good player. Just batting, he's a decent player. And I'm about to get into something about that in a second, and I'm going to ask you guys a question in regards to that. Just batting, this guy is top 3, top 5, right?
Easily.
Pitching, obviously his numbers have been top 3, top 5, top 1, right? This injury is no slack, all right? There's not a lot of pitchers except for, I think, Madison Bumgarner or whatever. There's not many pitchers that come back from this and have a Cy Young season right after.
It's his second one, too.
It's his second one.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right. Well, we've seen you do it after one. Can you do it after two?
After two, exactly.
So, yes, it is a risk, but it warrants it because I think EJ is right. The Dodgers are going to get 10. That money that they're going to spend on him, they're going to get it tenfold. Just in the Japanese market.
Yeah, just with them, bro.
Just
We're not
in
even
the
talking.
Japanese market.
I didn't even get into the whole Cali market. Like, you know.
It will get critical.
Now.
Critical.
The next question I have for you guys, right? We can possibly guarantee for the foreseeable future that the MVP is going to be, well, this guy's going to be in the NL. But let's say he was in the AL. He stayed in the AL. Would it be fair for Ohtani to continue winning the MVP just because he could pitch and hit?
That's a good question.
Baby. It is a good question.
I mentioned this to Eli, and the reason why I'm asking you is this. I mentioned this to Eli yesterday. You are Ohtani and pitching and hitting alone. I'm not even going to talk about at what length you do it. Mm-hmm. Pitching and hitting alone is a milestone. Pitching and hitting in your top 3 in both,
Yikes.
You're a different beast. You're a different beast, all right?
Yikes.
But I start bringing the LeBron effect, where I can't give you the MVP 6 years in a row because
you're the best.
They didn't do it with LeBron, all right? And there's a lot of other players that didn't do it. But LeBron's one of those guys that should have more than 4 MVPs, but they never give it to him after the 4 because they're like, well, that's LeBron. He does what he does. I will say this. As a 38 years old, with the number that he has, he probably should win MVP this year. He's 38. But we're not going to get into that.
Damn.
Yeah.
Saying all that, should Ohtani continue getting the MVP each year if he continues to produce the way he's been producing? Or the MLB should be like, your dog is enough.
So I think the way I'm gonna answer it is it depends on how his stats look. Only because
they look freaking gross every year, bro.
They're disgusting. but they look gross, but they look better than the previous year, and that to me is what's impressive. How can you beat yourself the previous year?
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying. It's different when if you're like constantly out there doing the same thing and you're run of the mill, right? Like, I'm good, but like I've been at the same spot. But if you could trend upwards and still be better than you were the previous year, like that, damn, like, all right, dude, like what else is there to say? But
Acuna's gonna have to steal 80 bases.
Exactly. Like see, that's what it does. Now it rises the level of not only you, But your opponents, Acuna would probably be like, well, damn, in order for me to get MVP, I got to steal 80 bases and hit an extra 20 home runs. Aaron Judge is probably going to have to break his own home run record in order to win MVP. But, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's what I want to see. I want to see the best players make the other best players better.
Yo, you in our conversations, bro?
I'm looking at him because yesterday, exactly what he said. He's like, yeah, but what you're saying is right. And then I brought up the whole thing of, so you're telling me I have to be a record breaker just to beat you in the MVP race?
Yo, but that's what Judge did, though, bro.
That's
he literally had
insane.
to break 63 to beat Ohtani.
He did, yeah.
Like, if he doesn't
Ohtani
hit it,
has 2 back-to-back.
yo, insane. Like, Judge literally had to break 63, son. Home runs, bro.
On the last day of the season.
Yeah. He don't get it. Yo, MVP, Ohtani.
Yeah.
Like, it's insane. Insane, brother.
All right. I mean, I hear you, EJ. I guess we got to see how that plays out.
Yeah.
Because I kind of agree with what you're saying. With if he continues to elevate, but I mean, at some point he has to hit his ceiling.
Facts.
You're not gonna give me 20 wins, an ERA of 1.5.
Hey, what if he does?
43 home runs.
What if he does?
If he does every season, just give it to him then.
Yo, check.
Then I'll shut up.
I'm telling
Check
you, in
him.
2025, if he goes like 20-5 with an ERA of like 1.45, 35 home runs,
Yeah,
100.
A sub 1 ERA, regardless of your wins. Yeah.
Exactly,
a sub
dog.
2.
Yeah, a
Yeah.
sub
Have
2,
it.
exactly.
Fuck.
And then you go out there, you can hit 35 plus home runs, 100 plus RBIs,
Go crazy.
and I think he doesn't strike out a lot either.
No, yeah, he's a very smart batter.
So
That boy,
Yeah,
different.
we'll see about that. But speaking about LeBron,
it's fun.
Different.
speaking about
LeBron
James, the Los Angeles Lakers
Yeah.
become the first the first in-season tournament champions
Yeah.
in this season of 2023.
Yeah.
Now, before I get into a few things, did you guys watch the game? What did you guys think of the game? How did the game play out?
Bruh.
I thought it was a good game.
Yo. I'm gonna be real honest, bro. The Lakers, when it comes to guard play and guarding a guard, they are the best. When guarding a guard,
Okay.
when they have to guard a big man, Anthony Davis, they suck. I'm gonna be honest, and I'm gonna break it down. When they have to go ahead and go against Klay Thompson and the Currys and them boys, what do? They double high and trap, and they got to swing the ball out. Who do they give the ball to a lot, a crap ton? Who had a career high yesterday? Toppin.
Yeah.
Why? Because they were like, Toppin,
You beat us.
you going to beat us. Halliburton, when you get that pick and roll up and high, double every time. Guess what? You're going to chill at the 3, Toppin? Shoot him. I'm going to let you shoot him. Oh, you made a lot in the beginning of the half? Bet. Make him during crunch time. Nope. And that's what sealed the game. They stuck to the game plan. It was, hey, if you're going to keep swinging it that way, we're going to let LeBron deal with Topin. We're going to allow him to shoot, and you're going to have to beat us. Because guess what? Halliburton, you ain't going to beat us. It's not happening. Everybody letting you roam around and do what you do best, shutting it down. We threw everyone at him. Reddish, we threw Vanderbilt, we threw Reeves. It was player after player. My boy was like, and then we trapping with AD. And then you get a trap, and then you get a double with LeBron. He's slashing in. He's hedging. Hard. They was like, oh, we didn't see this.
Yeah, I think Darvin Ham did a good job game planning.
Very
for,
game.
for the Pacers. The Pacers like to run, and the Lakers were smart. Like they wouldn't even give them the opportunity to run. They would foul them, send them to the foul line, or they would try to get to the foul line themselves just to make sure that they had to inbound the ball.
Yep.
Because since I think the Pacers lead the league in pace. Like they literally just love to go up and down, up and down.
Pun intended.
So I think
That was a bar.
Hey, yo.
That was a bar.
And the craziest part, everything was downhill for all the Laker players.
yeah.
In the paint was disgusting. The amount of points that were in the paint, not settling for shots, everything was downhill. I'm going to go to the line or I'm going to get a bucket. And I know it's only one game, but AD did his thing. Defensively, he was their anchor. I'm not talking about it. It's not that big. 35 and 14. Good for you. in-season tournament. Woo.
So
It's a
that-
good start.
This is
but
my only.
Wait, before you start,
Yeah.
because I think I know where you're gonna get to, and I'm gonna ask you guys this question.
Okay.
Congratulations to the Lakers, first in-season tournament champions. Well deserved. Pacers, you guys did a great job making it fun to watch. Very competitive. I agree
Shout out to y'all.
I agree with my guys. Ham, this is the type of coaching that the Lakers need from you. Okay, this is this game planning that you had specifically for the Pacers. Because I'm not gonna say this game plan is gonna work for all the teams. Specifically for the Pacers, the way you guys game plan, that's the way you should be doing against teams and games that are gonna matter the most. Okay, like the way that you did it, even though the games were close, the way you game planned against Denver last year, it was horrendous. Okay, I didn't like the lineups that you had. I didn't like how you approached the games. But the way you did this, it was great. Okay, like I said before, the Pacers, kudos to you guys as well. Did you guys or do you guys think that this in-season tournament did what it was supposed to do?
100%.
I think a lot of players spoke out about it and was like, "Oh, this is for real." Intensity was definitely up.
I loved it, bro. I loved every game. I loved everything about it. It was what we wanted. It's what the fans want, and like to me, it just makes it so realistic to us. Like you know what I'm saying? Like we love to hoop and we love to compete. You know what I'm saying? And all we want is to see the best of the best
Go at
competing
it.
with each other. Because if we were on that floor, we're gonna go hard, just like we're playing for 500K every day. You know what I'm saying? So to me, I think it did its job, 1,000%.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I'm with you guys. I truly think it did. I know they wanted to bump up the viewers and have meaningful basketball in November and December because we all know before December nobody really plays basketball, a la Jimmy Butler. I know I talk. Well, I don't know if I talk smack. There was just questions that I had when the season started, but listen, it did what it was supposed to do.
Yeah.
You're absolutely right. I don't think I can remember the last time on Tuesdays and Thursdays I was like, "Oh snap, there's a game tonight.
Yo,
I gotta put it
facts,
on."
facts,
Before
bro.
December, that
Facts.
wasn't happening in the last 4, 5, 6
What?
seasons.
Yo,
that
when
wasn't
the knockout
happening.
round started, I was making it my business. I'm like, yo, I'm about to chill and watch these games.
No,
dog.
and then that's another thing. All right. I don't know if if it was because of the incentive. It pushed a lot of players and a lot of teams. The Pacers, bro, they had in their rotation, their rotation, they had 4 players that get paid less than $1 million.
yeah,
It was insane.
It would have bumped up
So
there.
now there's extra 500,000.
What?
Hell yeah, I'm gonna go bust some ass. Yeah,
I'm going out there. I'm playing for my life right now.
come on now,
fact.
okay? The Lakers, they never lost an in-season tournament game. The Lakers went undefeated, as far as I'm concerned, right? Unless I'm wrong.
Yeah, they did. They didn't lose.
The Lakers went undefeated. So, not saying that they're a bad team in the West, because they're not the best, but they're. I mean, Bella's excited as well. They're not the best, right? But they're also not the worst in the West. But once you slap in-season tournament in front of that game, we're looking at the best team in the country.
Yeah.
In the country, forget the league, the country. All right, so yeah, man, it definitely did what it did. Certain teams, what was it? The Celtics Pacers game, I think, was the most viewed game.
That game was crazy.
Wild. Even the Dame game with
That game
Bucks.
was
the
nuts.
Bucks game, too.
That game was good too. The
The
Bucks and
Lakers Suns game, crazy.
Yeah.
listen, we had good basketball before December, and we
awesome.
haven't had that in a very long time.
Yeah.
We haven't had that in a very long time.
It's so bad. Well, for me, I don't even know the game's on Christmas Day because I haven't looked it up.
Yeah.
So wait, viewers and listeners, I will be posting on our YouTube page. We will be posting on our YouTube page a question. I'm gonna have a trivia question for the viewers and listeners on YouTube, and I want you guys to answer it. And the Christmas Day episode, we are going to reveal the results and how you guys voted. I'll tell you guys off mic what's going to be the question.
Yeah.
But
I do have a little bit of a rant to go on.
no. Floor is yours. Floor is yours.
So, Anthony Davis.
Oh, go crazy.
I have a little bit of an issue with you, dog. And this is why. In this in-season tournament championship game, I think we saw probably the best version of who you could be. I know you have the skill and the talent to be this player every day. I do think it's a mindset thing with you because had that been Nikola Jokic across from you, had that been Joel Embiid across from you, I do not think that that's the same guy that we see. And that, to me, is my gripe with the Lakers right now. It is a shame that LeBron has to play at the level that he is playing at right now. And I'm not saying that it's a bad thing because what he's doing is amazing. It's short of amazing. Honestly, we'll never see this ever again. Ever again. And like I don't even want to like damn. Sorry, Bella. You agree?
Word.
I don't even want to make it seem like it's not a big deal the way he's playing because it is. It is a big deal. But it shouldn't have to be this way. And the fact that Anthony Davis did that against the Pacers and Miles Turner and whoever the backup center was, but when I see you play against the better centers in the league, you cannot do this, that makes me mad. That, to me, shows me you got a little yellow in your veins, my brother. That's what that tells me. And I can't trust that. I can't rock with that. I can't rock with that. For me. So, it's either you figure it out and step it up against the other big men in the league.
Or EJ gonna figure you out.
Ooh.
My bad.
Or I'm going to say, yo, LeBron, you might have to get rid of your boy, dog, and figure it out with somebody else. Because, God forbid something happens to you and you get hurt or whatever, this is not going to be a Lakers team that's going to be able to do anything without you, dog, because I do not trust Anthony Davis.
That's a fact. Can't go nowhere if he doesn't step up.
That's that.
LeBron? You're
LeBron
great. You're really great, bro. I appreciate the things you do. LeBron goes on camera and says, what he says? He says something about records and stuff are meant to be broken, but what's not broken, or what can never be broken, being the first to do something.
Yes.
So being the first to win an in-season tournament.
Sheesh.
And the MVP.
Oh, so he was MVP. Oh, there's MVP for this?
Yes.
Yeah.
And LeBron got it?
And
Yes.
LeBron James
Over
got
Anthony
it.
Davis, 40 points.
No.
Oh.
It's the whole.
It's not the game.
tournament,
It's
not
It's the
the game.
whole thing.
Oh, yeah. I mean, this guy, you're 38,
He had the
averaging
most
30.
efficient
Yo,
30-point
he-
game in the semifinal
Yeah,
game.
you know what? Yeah, you're right.
He shot the clip.
75%.
And 60-something from 3-point
Yeah.
range, bro. It was gross.
Yeah.
Gross.
This leads me to, I'm going to have a little question for you guys. A little quick hit real quick.
Damn.
It's not on the board. You guys don't even know what's coming. You guys don't even know what's coming. What? Our homeboy Rick Carlisle came out and said something very interesting, and I wanted to know you guys' thoughts.
What we got?
Rick Carlisle comes out and says, 38 years old, LeBron James is still in his prime.
Yeah, that's insane.
What are your thoughts in regards to this statement?
Y'all saw my post I posted on Instagram the other day, right? Where I said, I'm so sorry, Jeffrey.
Yeah.
Bro.
First of all, calling him by his middle name is insane.
Yo.
Insane.
Bro. Bro. LeBron's numbers with the Lakers are better than his numbers with Cleveland and with the Heat.
That's insane.
Bro. Like, it's cut it out.
3 separate freaking teams, bro. One in all 3.
Wait, who said that? Kanye? He said, act like this gum in your head, girl. Cut it out.
Hey, listen.
Stop it, dog. He's in another prime. How about that? How many primes does he get to have? That's the question.
Well, there's a red flavor. I think there's a blue flavor of prime. There's a lot of flavors of prime.
Exactly. There's so many flavors of prime. He's got so many primes.
LeBron got so many flavors.
He can choose. That's the thing. And, yo, you want to know what I think? I think he could be a different prime doing different things. Imagine if all he had to do was just pass the ball and he didn't have to score.
Stockton who?
Stockton who?
Buddy.
Imagine if he could just go get boards and play defense.
Olajuwon who?
Exactly. Come on, bro.
Eli, like, you're not listening, bro. I need you to
I'm not in the booth.
Listen,
I'm so sorry, Jeffrey, dog.
I kind of want to agree with you, Rick. I do feel like he's still in his prime. It's just a very, very, very long prime. It might not be his peak, but he's probably still in his prime.
I think it's a different type. I think this is like
you're right.
Advanced
he got Cleveland prime.
Miami.
We got Miami prime. We got Cleveland 2.0 prime. And we got Lakers prime.
And I think now
we got flavors.
He's mastered the game.
Master.
Like, you know, like,
are you triggered?
You know, like when you gotta go to like dojos and learn different things from them, from the like.
You gotta go to the LeBron James basketball camp in Cleveland.
You gotta go to Bron to level up. Like when you think you that guy.
Level up, level up. Listen, you're him, LeBron. You're him. We are going to get off of football. Basketball. We're going to get on football, and we're going to talk real quick about last week's matchup, Eagles versus 49ers.
Hey, yo.
Before we start with this week's matchup, Eagles versus the Cowboys.
What's good with that, my boy?
Last week, the 49ers, it wasn't a blowout, but the 49ers very convincingly defeated the Philadelphia Eagles. What do you guys feel about that game we watched yesterday? What did it mean? What did you see? What does it mean for the Eagles? And what does it mean for let's flip it. What does this also mean for the Niners?
I mean, it was they were doomed to have a game where they were going to get blown out. I said it. They haven't been playing like really good football on both sides of the ball. And hey, the name of the game is win. It doesn't matter how you win. A W is a W. But you could tell everyone's saying it. There's something missing. Play calling. Jalen Hurts injury. A.J. Brown asking for the ball. Goddard being injured. Like, they play one half, don't play another. It's tough. That secondary, they got a bunch of rookies. So when you got a complete team like the 49ers, go into your building and blow you up for like 30, it's insane. And I think Brock Purdy had something to prove. Going in there, talking about he's a little higher or an advanced, gamer as a quarterback. Debo had something to prove. He had to back himself up what he had to say about Barberry. So, like, I just think he was like, hey, if we had our quarterback, we would have won. We would have been in the Super Bowl. And watching them play was insane. What they did running the ball and throwing the ball was insane. And as an Eagles fan, you shouldn't be mad. You beat Kansas City and you beat the Bills. 2 big games. I mean, you could have lost in Kansas City. And the Bills game, there was opportunities for the Bills to win, and you came out victorious. Now you have a game where it's that kickback. I'm going to get my leg back in your house. What we going to do? As a 49ers, what they did, they got their leg back. It doesn't mean anything because, like I said, it just lets you know where you're at. And as of right now, because they have a big game coming up, it just let you know it was a wake-up call. We need to get better. We need to be better. We need to start off the game with 7 on the board. You cannot go field goal after field goal with the 49ers and expect to win. When you get down there, you got to score. And going against Dallas, they played you really well the first time, and it's Dallas. It is Dallas, and it was in your house. And you allow them to do that to you and almost scrape out a win. So I expect the Eagles to come out and kick their ass in their house. I expect it. If they don't, Eagle fans should be worried. Because if you let the Dallas Cowgirls win, I'm nervous. Yikes. I'm nervous. I would be very, very nervous to be an Eagles fan when you go on a 2-game skid. And it depends on how you lose. Don't go ahead and lose by another 15 in Dallas. You better scrape them.
Yeah.
I don't care if you win by 1. You better figure it out. That's what I got to say about it.
I ain't gonna lie to y'all. I fell asleep when the score was 28-13. So, um,
Yeah,
I ain't even go.
my boy.
You heard it here first.
I ain't even.
Damn.
I'm not
This
even
commercial was
gonna.
brought to you by Budweiser.
I'm not even gonna hold you guys. I don't know, man. San Fran
Yo.
looked for real. They looked for real. From what I saw, it basically showed like with Eli always talks about 13, man. I think 13 is tough, bro. And
Stop slacking on him, bro.
I think you just see how dangerous they are when Trent Williams is on that left side to protect.
Ooh.
He has time to give it to his guys, bro, and they are good. I think to me right now they are the favorite. I can't give too much slack to the Eagles right now because I had a feeling that this was going to happen. This stretch of games, I thought, like I was telling Eli the other day, like they were winning close games, tough games, but it felt like they were winning them by the skin of their teeth. They weren't convincing wins. You know what I'm saying? And I told them it's gonna take them to see another dog like them to show them where they're at. And boy, you gotta you gotta get some help. I think that secondary is scary, bro.
Yeah.
Scary, dog. Like you guys gotta play Dallas next, and
Yeah.
and boy, they putting up them points, bro.
And the thing is, when the Eagles are able to get to the quarterback, they're dangerous because the quarterback has no time.
Right.
When they do have time, they chew up that secondary. They go to work. They couldn't tackle. I hoped Eagles went that night and stood in for more practice and tackle
I'm sure
because
did.
they could not tackle Deebo Samuel whatsoever. The run after catch was insane. My boy
Yeah.
had 3 tutties. 3. Boy, don't let that happen again.
Yeah, it was. Listen, I'm gonna tell you something straight up. First of all, when you guys bark at a player, make sure it's a player that you could probably handle. You know, nothing against the Eagles. Listen, you guys are one, if not the best, one of the best teams in the league right now. But the whole week, you guys took it upon yourself to bark at Deebo Samuels the entire week. Deebo, during warmups, had black on black Air Force One cleats.
Damn.
When I tell you, boy was standing on business,
Business.
boy was standing on business. And it showed. All right? On top of that, 49ers, you finally brought to light what a lot of us was saying about the one deficiency the Eagles had, and the 49ers brought it to life. Now, and I will say this though. You guys do have a premier running back to do so, but the Eagles cannot defend against the run. They just can't. There's been multiple games. We did it against the Eagles with Zeke and Stevenson. We didn't lose. We end up losing the game because then, no offense, I'm still gonna. Yeah, listen,
Just
it's
say it.
it's my quarterback.
Just say
Terrell Owens' voice. I'm still gonna be behind my QBs. You know what I'm saying? But
Yo, Pacheco had a crazy ass game.
Pacheco,
against them too.
he was, bro. Pacheco was running through you guys like you guys were red solo cups stacked up.
Yeah.
All right, here comes CMC doing CMC things.
No.
All right, Pollard. I don't know what Pollard gonna do with y'all against tonight because Pollard is looking very ugly this season. But
Yeah.
whatever, I'm not here to talk about that.
Don't let him go.
Yeah.
That'll
I'm
tell
not here
you.
to talk about that. Mostert and them boys, yeah, they weren't impressive, but they ran through you guys a little
Yeah,
bit.
they did.
They
That
ran
second
through you
half,
guys a
They
little bit.
produced that second half.
All right, so you guys can't really. Now, you guys go out and get one of the top linebackers out there from the Colts, Shaquille Leonard. I'll give you that. Maybe you put Shaquille in the spy because you might need it. I mean, maybe not need it with Jalen. But you're gonna need someone like that to probably stop these runs because these runs is killing y'all. All right. On top of that, Jalen Hurts. Listen, you are a dog. And somehow I love how composed you are within the game. It shows veteranship. Pero papi, you can't play arguably the team that you're going to be playing against to get to the Super Bowl and have a 40.8 QBR.
Sheesh.
It's not gonna work out, brother. And you can give it up to their defense is great, this, that, and the third. I get it. You can give it up to your offensive line making a lot of mistakes. I get it. But you are Jalen Hurts. You are very mobile. And somehow you end up finding ways to win games. And this one, you found yourself losing it.
A.J. Brown had 11 yards. Shut that boy down.
So, what this game did for me is this. The Eagles, you guys are still the Eagles to me. But now, just like they kind of said it after the game last year, after the NFC Championship game, they all said, well, if we had a quarterback, it'd be a different game. Well, if Brock Purdy didn't get hurt, it would be a different game. Guess what? Brock Purdy wasn't hurt. Right.
Word.
Right.
Word. Say it again.
A dog.
Roof.
Right? And it showed, and this game was a different game. And we can argue that both teams are better than last year. But it looks like the 49ers are just slightly better than you guys.
Facts.
Okay?
Yeah.
Basically, you guys could, like I said, what this is telling me is you guys could beat other teams, but when it comes to San Fran, you guys are gonna have your hands full. San Fran, on your side, congratulations. You guys had a 3-game losing streak at some point in the season. You guys are turning it around. Right now, you are handing the Seahawks a game after handing the best team in the league a game. For those in the league, let me tell you straight up, prepare yourself. They are coming.
Yeah, man.
They are coming.
And got nice colors.
Yes.
That
It looks like they're, knock on wood. It looks like they're healthy. It looks like they're figuring it out.
Mm-hmm.
And they're hitting that stretch. Mm-hmm. Okay? So, they already beat the best team in the league. They're handing the Seahawks a pretty big L. And the Seahawks is one of those surprising teams. Right? Hey. And they wait. On top of that, right before, now I know it was right before, but right before the 3-game skid, the other top team in the NFC, the Dallas Cowboys, 30-point loss as well against the 49ers.
I think in Dallas.
Okay.
Gross.
So in Dallas, 30-point loss. In Philly, 30-point loss. I want to say they're in Seattle. No, they're not. They're in San Fran.
Yeah,
but they're beating San Fran by about 20. Hey,
listen.
Get ready. Get ready. Now, tonight, by the time you guys get this episode, yesterday, the Eagles will be playing the Dallas Cowboys for the Sunday night football game. This is in Dallas, correct? If I'm correct?
Yeah.
I think this game is in Dallas.
It is in Dallas.
What do you guys predict? What do you guys think about this game? What happens if the Eagles win and or lose, as well as vice versa with Dallas?
Well, I mean, it's simple. Eagles win. They pretty much secure their NFC East division.
Yo, you good? You good with that? You right about that?
Yo, I said, anybody who watched, I said division. I didn't say the NFC East. I said division. Slow it down a little bit.
You are my dog. And when I tell you
division.
I wanted to get in these comments and chew
was
these
gonna
guys
let
up.
it
Pause. That's crazy.
Hey, yo.
But I kept my composure.
Nah, because I got hot. They was spitting bars.
Yeah.
Nah, we gonna shut that down.
Yeah. No, a lot of people are and we appreciate the engagement. Keep
Word.
that coming. Pause.
You're on a roll.
Yeah,
right
I
now.
am on butter me up. I'm on a roll.
What?
Jesus.
But come on, baby.
That's insane.
My bad. I kind of hijacked your little.
Butter me up.
Yeah, Barbie.
What are we saying?
My bad. My boy back in the booth. Nah,
It's that cup.
It's that what?
I'm telling you, it's not water
so-
in this cup.
Nah.
But, brother, listen. Are you done? My bad. I kind of hijacked it.
I forgot what I was saying.
Listen, I'm going to help you, the viewers and listeners, to understand what Eli is saying. Yo, Eagles, if you lose, pack it the fuck up. Pack it I don't want to hear it.
Yo.
That's it, dog. I don't care if
Yeah.
you're 10-3, 6-3, 5-3. You feel me? It's over. You can't beat the 49ers. You're gonna lose to the Cowgirls in Dallas. You lost to the Jets.
It's gross.
Pack it.
I'm going for the Eagles, though.
Yo, don't lose to the Giants.
I'm going for the Eagles.
Don't lose to the Giants.
I think the last 3 games are division games, right? Giants,
but
Commanders, Giants.
They about to daddy smack.
Okay. All right. Listen here. Let me. You gonna go?
Nah, I don't want the Cowboys to win. So
You don't want the Cowboys to win?
I need Philly to win.
Well, my thing is,
Okay.
I think I said it, and I'm gonna keep saying the Eagles should win. They should. Do not let the Cowboys win, because I'm going crazy.
Yo, because
Do
listen,
not.
this you know why this is hey. You know why this is scary for the Eagles and pretty, this is gonna be good for the Cowboys if they win. Cause now the whole thing about the Cowboys don't win against teams with they go and beat the Seahawks, and the Seahawks were 6-5 at the time. Now you go beat the Eagles, and the Eagles are what, 10-2? And arguably the best team in the league. With one of the best defense. Dak looks like MVP Dak.
Ooh.
Hey.
Does he win it?
Hey.
Does he win it?
If Dak win... No, I can't say that.
He
because
doesn't win MVP?
I can't say that because there's someone else in our little MVP segment that has a record that they could possibly break. And if this person breaks that record, yeah.
Yeah.
See?
Tyreek Hill? Yeah.
Yeah.
Listen.
If they leave it to how about this? If they just leave it to QBs, I know there's a big thing on it talking about QBs and wide receivers and
if it's just
defensive
QBs,
ends.
if it's just QBs, give it a Dak. Because I have my reasons as to why Purdy and Jalen shouldn't get it.
Okay.
Give it a Dak.
Because my thing is, you got boys like McCaffrey, you got boys like Tyreek Hill.
Oh, all right. No. Tell them my reasons.
My bad, bro. You hijacked
No, I didn't want to say it, but you're gonna say it, so I'm just gonna. This is your segment. This is the ELI show.
Oh my God. It was just so they know. Now, Bella, I know we're arguing.
You're
but
Bellista. Listen.
sheesh.
You want me to finish it for
Go
you?
ahead.
Pause.
Hey,
I am crazy today.
on
No, I'm
my boy.
crazy.
Go ahead.
Hey,
Handle my lightweight.
yeah, this is the thing with Purdy. Purdy's playing very well. He's very efficient, all this fun stuff. But you can say that. I said something, and I might have been overboard, but I said something the other day to somebody. Listen, you could put Mac Jones in San Fran, and Mac Jones would be 10-3.
I
think
agree.
so, bro?
I agree.
However, whatever the record
Zach
that's
Wilson.
whatever record San
Mac
Fran has.
Jones.
Think so?
They will
The
have-
disrespect to Purdy's insane,
Oh,
bro.
no,
No. Wait.
disrespect.
This is not me disrespecting Purdy. So, okay, wait. You're right. This is not me because I need to talk to the viewers and listeners.
Well, word. 'Cause
Yeah.
the way I'm hearing it.
This is not me disrespecting Purdy. Purdy, yes, you are who you are. But what I'm saying is when you have CMC, Kittles, Debo, Ayuk, it makes it easy for the QB.
Williams on the line.
Yeah. Your O-line is one of the best.
Kittle.
It makes it easy. Maybe Mac Jones wouldn't have the record, but Mac Jones will have way more games or wins than what he has
Bro, their
now.
backup is Sam
know what I'm
Darnold.
Okay. All right.
So
You
you mean
know?
to tell me Mac Jones ain't too far off from Sam Darnold?
Right.
Or,
Stop.
you know what I'm
Don't do
saying?
that.
Well, right
Don't
now.
do that to him.
For
Right
now,
now.
we can probably agree with that. But
Yeah.
Don't do
and
that.
then on the Eagle side, I listen, Jalen. I know you're the guy. I know every girl wants to throw their panties at you. I know you're him. But listen,
we
I'm
don't go
going
that
to
route.
be a sports podcaster and say how it is. You do have on one side you have Brown. On the other side you have Smith. When he's healthy, you have Goddard. Your running backs, when they do their thing, they do their thing. As far as I know, or as far as it looks, you are only Jalen because once we get to the 1 yard line,
I'm happy you
damn.
said it because I was ready. Boy, bro, he's
If
got
we- if-
rushing touchdowns and
if-
they don't count. Bro.
if teams, damn, I'm gonna sound like I want the NFL, and because I really don't want the
You know,
NFL
I
to
know,
do that
I know,
because
go ahead, go say it.
if teams stop the Eagles from getting to the 1 or 2 yard line, who in the world is Jalen Hurts?
It's a fact. Yo,
We're looking at Lamar Jackson in Philly.
bro, he's getting these rushing touchdowns at the 1. He's not running it in like Sam Howell is. And you got my guy, the Bills tonight. And you got who? Who? My boy from the Bills?
Josh Allen.
Come on, baby.
My boy,
when
yeah.
you got guys running, Lamar, they run for touchdowns.
Josh averages
not
like
just a push for a touchdown. If you take those away, how many is he really running in?
I think Josh averages like 80 yards, right? A game or whatever. How many?
Close, like
It's
60
close.
something.
Okay.
But I'm talking about an actual running touchdown, not a push touchdown. Not where I got to get pushed by A.J. Brown in the back to get in. I'm not talking about those type of touchdowns.
I think I disagree with you guys.
Okay.
Take him out. Let's do the math. How many push tushes did he get at the one? I feel bad for Devon.
yeah.
I feel Smith. Swift doesn't get no touches.
Yeah, I get
Fantasy. I feel bad for you because he gets 0.
I get
sorry.
that. I get that, but I don't. I think that's unfair to Jalen. I still think he can run. Well, is he as a good of a runner as a Josh Allen or Lamar Jackson? Probably not. I still think he's mobile enough.
Do you think
but
he's hurt?
You can't penalize him though.
I'm not.
For them doing the touch push, but you just said take away his push touchdowns.
Is he
doesn't
really
have
running?
enough touchdowns.
Is
he
he-
really running?
This
No.
season.
No, but it's just so then you would have to say the other teams have to stop the Eagles from getting to the 1 to the 2. And if they don't do that, whose fault is that?
No, I hear you, but I'm just saying his game has changed. He's not the same player. If he's hurt, he's hurt. He's not running.
Whoa.
He's not moving.
Yeah.
Who?
Hurts. He's not moving.
Yeah, because
They've literally slowed down him. They pick their spots.
it's not like how
when
it was
comes,
last year. I will say that.
Even a year before that, when he was starting
when he
to come
first
up,
came up. Yeah.
you know.
But I think he kind of like I sometimes I feel like when I'm watching him, he wants to transition to that pocket passer, not having to rely on his legs, and maybe
cost him.
And
We were talking about it.
maybe, bro, he probably got hit hard 1 or 2 times this season where it was like, yo, I may need to cool it.
well, he got in that concussion protocol.
Exactly.
He got popped.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I think, like, for the guys that do run, the QBs that do run a lot and get hit and still run a lot, I just think they're a different type of dog. You know what I'm saying? Like, Josh Allen is a dog, regardless. You know, like, I
Nah,
think
well,
he
you
plays
like it or
hard.
not,
plays-
he goes down.
Because he gets hit.
He does.
He gets hit,
But he's
bro.
also like 6'4",
No, I know,
2'4".
I know.
Like, he's a bigger dude.
He's a unit.
He gets hit,
He is
dog.
a unit.
But I get what you're saying. I really don't want to take it away. But it would be a little spectacle to be like, hey, if you
Listen,
don't
we
have those tush pushes,
We don't got to say
what
much.
really is Jalen?
We really don't got to say much about it. Just rewind the 49ers game and that answers a lot.
Wow.
Continuing the MVP talk, because we're already here. We have here that we have Purdy, Dak, Jalen, and Hill. I don't think there's anybody else out there that we can add to this list. I'm trying to think in my head, but I don't think so. Who do you think is really going to win the MVP? Why? Like, who's running away from it?
No one at this
I
point.
think it's
besides
super
Tyreek
close.
Hill.
I think it's super close. If Tyreek Hill breaks Calvin Johnson's record, how do you not give it to him?
Exactly.
And the clip he's doing it, dog. Like I watched him in person, and like I told you,
That
Ray,
boy quick.
he's like your height,
Yeah.
and first of all, he's an absolute unit. We got there early enough where we were able to watch him like in warm-ups, and he's jumping like at least like 35 inches off the ground to catch passes without
That's
pads
insane.
on, obviously. And then to watch him move, like straight line, dog. If you gonna play him man to man, 7 on the board for Miami. Don't even try it. I'm telling you, don't even think about doing it, dog, because it's over. You're not keeping up with him.
The Chiefs still wish they had him.
Yo,
That's a fact.
that's
That's a
what
fact.
we need to talk about.
Yo, did you hear what he said on that podcast? He's like, yo, I was out here. I was the side chick. It was Kelsey and Mahomes show.
Yeah.
He's
And
like,
now look,
if that was Kelsey, if I was him, I would have stayed. I don't know if he meant it. But boy.
Hold up. Let me keep going. Hold on. I gotta look something up because now
I mean,
I'm about to
Because
get
he was
into
like, yo, I'm over here going to Burger King while Mahomes is out here going to the fancy restaurant. I'm over here the side chick.
yeah.
I'm the side girl, so I get it. Because I'm like, boy, I promise you, if Tyreek Hill was with Mahomes right now,
They'd be ridiculous.
they running it.
because their defense is
It's
legit
actually doing their thing.
and their run game is good.
Nah,
Yeah, and you see that's what they're missing.
they're missing a one, and it would open up a lot for Travis Kelsey.
And now look at
So-
the Dolphins. I
and
think
look
I
at
think
them
the
boys.
Dolphins are secretly scary, and I know they haven't beat a good team, but yo,
all you gotta do is get to the playoffs and make that happen.
Exactly.
All it takes.
yeah, Chiefs, you guys are gross. You guys should have kept Hill. I know this is MVP talk, but I was just looking a few things up because I think one of the reasons that they didn't want to keep Hill is because they had to pay him. Hill has a 4-year, $120 million contract.
Man.
Pretty crazy contract. But now I said, okay, they didn't want to pay that. But wait, let's go look into the person they did keep. And I'm not saying they were going to ship out Travis Kelce. Travis is getting paid in 4 year. Excuse me. Wow, sorry. Travis, his 4-year contract is worth $57.25 million. You could have paid Tyreek Hill.
You definitely could have.
You could have paid, like, who in the organization thought, you know what, we don't want to pay this guy this much money, might as well ship him out?
Yeah, I don't know.
Because at the time, listen, I get Kelce at the time and the year, I think the 2 years after that. So I think it's 3 years, right?
Yeah,
it's been 3 years,
yeah.
if I'm correct. So at that season and the 2 years after, right? Kelce was arguably the best tight end, and you can probably put him top 5, top 10 receiver in the league, right? But now look at this season. He's getting old, right? He doesn't look as explosive. He had an injury at the early in the season. Your other wide receivers are just not figuring it out. You guys end up shipping out Juju, which I'm not saying Juju is a difference maker, but Juju did help you out tremendously in the Super Bowl.
And he can catch the ball.
And he got gloves.
Word.
He got gloves. Okay? So put all that into consideration. If you guys had Tyreek Hill, we're having a whole completely different conversation.
That's a fact.
We're probably not even talking about the Eagles the entire season the way we did.
Facts.
That is a fact.
We're probably still talking about, the Chiefs are at it again. We're looking at another dynasty after the Patriots dynasty. We probably would be having talks about that.
Right.
But guess what we're talking about? We're not talking about you making a dynasty anymore. We're talking about a team in Philly. We're talking about a team in Dallas. We just talked about a team in San Fran.
Yeah.
We're not talking about the team in Kansas City.
And Ray, I'll give you one better. You have Tyreek Hill in that Eagles game. You might walk away winners.
Yeah, even if Mahomes didn't make the pass that he should have made.
Exactly.
Say it again. Just in case they didn't hear it.
Right.
Go ahead.
Even if Mahomes didn't make the pass he should have made, Tyreek would have caught that.
Friggin'
With
threw it 5 yards ahead of him.
Yeah. I agree with you guys. I'm on Hill. Pause. I'm with Hill.
Wow.
I'm crazy today. I'm with Hill, especially if he breaks the record. Hill should definitely deserve it. If not, I do want to say that we should probably give the MVP to Jason Kelce because without him, Jalen wouldn't be anything. So, anyways, we are going to move on into a question that I kind of want to ask you guys that Chad Johnson brought up. And I thought it was kind of interesting, so I wanted to pick your brains a little bit. Chad Johnson said that he has a pretty cool idea for the Pro Bowl.
What
Did you guys see anything?
No, I didn't hear this. Go ahead.
Chad Johnson came out and said that the Pro Bowl should be old heads that are retired but could still play against the new heads or whoever's a Pro Bowl currently.
Really?
So it'll be, I guess veterans versus or whatever, retired versus Pro Bowl. I don't know how to do it, but that's what he said. And I think he means because actually Brady then steps in and says, "Hey man, you have me at the quarterback, Terrell Owens on one end, Chad Johnson on the other. What's up?"
You get a little spicy.
Because Chad and Terrell could still play.
Yeah.
And Brady's only 1 year out of his retirement. All I need you to do is stand there and throw the ball.
Word.
You don't get hit in the Pro Bowl.
No.
Okay?
Playing flag football at this point.
Right. I mean, I don't know. And well, yeah, right? Is it still flag football, right? Because last year was flag.
Yeah.
Is that what it was? Oh, yeah. Give me Brady, Chad Johnson, Andre Johnson, freaking Terrell Owens. Because Andre could probably still play.
Yeah.
No. Actually, someone go call Calvin. Ooh. Someone call Calvin. Calvin could probably still play. He retired at 30.
That's true.
I don't think the NFL is gonna do it. I think it's a pretty cool idea, especially that it's flag football. We're not in pads. I would say, hey, let's try this out for 1 year and see how it goes.
I would only try it if Tom Brady's the quarterback on one end.
I mean,
and Eli Manning is the quarterback on the other side.
Here we go.
Because then Eli Manning would then beat him.
Just give Eli the
first time in flag football to beat Tom Brady at retirement. All right, let me stop.
It would be interesting. Let's see. I mean, there's also Andrew Luck. Andrew Luck could probably still play. Gronk, boys like that.
There's a lot.
Boys like that. My bad, EJ. What do you think about it?
Shut up.
It's whatever. It's whatever.
Nobody wants to watch our old heads play. It's over with.
Yeah, I feel you.
The only person I would want to see is Tom Brady. I don't want to see Terrell
Yeah.
Owens or Chad.
So the quarterbacks in the league right now can see how it's actually played.
Yeah.
That's gross.
Hey, yo.
That's gross for me.
Cut it
That's
out.
gross. I'm really disrespecting quarterbacks today.
You're
For
on a mill.
Yeah. Butter me up, baby. Staying with football, but now at a different level, at the college level.
Sheesh.
College football probably had one of the biggest weeks they had in a while, and probably not for the right reasons.
Damn.
We are going to start with the biggest controversy throughout the week, and that is the college football playoff picture.
Sheesh.
The 4 teams have been selected, which is number 1 Michigan, number 2 Washington, number 3 Texas, and number 4 Alabama.
Damn.
Roll Tide.
Damn.
Number 5, which was left out, is FSU, and number 6 Georgia.
Damn.
This happened after we filmed it last week, so we didn't get to talk about it. How do you guys feel about how the rankings went? Do you guys think they got it right or wrong, and why?
I'll go first. I watched the majority of those championship games last week, and my first thought when I was watching the Bama-Georgia game, I said if Bama wins this game, they automatically have to be in. You just beat the best team in the country that's been the best team in the country the whole season. The whole season.
It's a fact.
So how do you're in. The only loss you have was to Texas, which I think was in week 2. Week 2. And Texas played a hell of a game. So if that's the only knock on your ledger,
Like blemish?
yeah, blemish, and you just beat the best team in the country, you deserve to be in. 4, I think, was the perfect spot for them. Texas, I mean, you guys worked your tails off, bro, and you deserve. You guys won the Big 12 championship. I thought you guys deserved to be in there. Washington is good, and Michigan is Michigan. To get to the whole FSU thing, I'm gonna be honest, bro. Last year, they tried to experiment with letting TCU into the playoff.
That's exactly what I said.
And what happened?
Go ahead.
They got blown out. Now, I'm not saying that the same thing would have happened to FSU, but bro, we're gonna lose out on money if we know you guys are about to go into the playoff without your best player.
Facts.
I said that when he got hurt. I'm like, yo, there it goes. That's
it's
it.
over.
It was over. I don't care if you win your conference. Nobody wants to watch you guys without I forget the kid's name. But
Travis Jordan.
yeah. Nobody wants to watch you guys. Bro. You guys are not as scary without him.
It's a fact.
Yes,
That is a
you're absolutely right. And I hear, you're right about that point. Hold up, because I didn't want to break it. I just want to talk about what you just said right now. The reason that you just gave, you're absolutely right. Because listen, people are, and I have people in the 2 jobs that I work out that are FSU fans, and I hated it because I knew they were going to come in, and I'm a Bama fan, so you already know. So they were going to come in and talk all this. Oh, but defensively, we're one of the best, and we have great receivers, and this, that, and the third. And then someone came up and said, what they say? They said, okay, Cincinnati lost their quarterback, but if they make the playoffs, should they be out of the playoffs because they don't have Joe Burrow? And I'm like, all right, see, this is the thing with you guys. Like, you guys want to start now doing this BS because you're being childish.
It's a fact.
The NCAA, do you guys want to know the abysmal rating of the national championship last year, Georgia against TCU? I'm not even going to give it to you guys. It was horrible. Nobody wanted to watch the game.
Watch it.
Right? They did not want that again. They did not want FSU to get in there because FSU was probably going to play who? Texas? No offense to Texas. Listen, you guys did do what you did. But besides Alabama, please do me a favor and show me who else did you beat. Whatever. I think you guys did beat Oklahoma, so I'll give you that. Right? So, yes, you guys beat Alabama. They lost to Oklahoma. Texas lost to Oklahoma.
Yeah.
That was their one loss.
Stupid.
Okay? So, let's say you guys shit the bed, lose to FSU. Now we got FSU in the national championship. Guess what? You're going to have to play Michael Penix and the Washington Huskies.
Nah.
or JJ McCarthy and the
Nah.
JJ and the Michigan Wolverines that to me look like no one is touching that Michigan team.
Yo, that's
a
a
fact.
fact.
You can ask Ray as of now, obviously because the game's still got to get played out, and I could change my mind once the games get played out. But right now, what day is it? December 11th, 10th, December 10th. Just give Michigan the national championship. Every box they check it.
That's a fact.
Quarterback,
What?
defense, receivers, runner, they check it. Coaching, they check it. Undefeated, check it. They beat Penn State. They beat Ohio State. They beat Michigan State. They beat the states.
Damn. All
Check
the
it.
states.
Okay?
All the states.
Michigan is the best team as of now within those, okay? Within the 4. So let's say you make it to the national championship. I'm telling you right now, Michigan will just walk you right the fuck out. Michigan will walk you right out. The same way TCU got walked out by Georgia, Michigan would have done it to FSU. Okay?
That's a
Now,
fact.
I do think Georgia did get dicked. Georgia has been the best team for three seasons.
Yeah.
They went undefeated, won the national championship last year. They went undefeated until they ran up to Alabama, right? To me, they have better quality wins than Texas. I do agree, sort of, with EJ. Alabama probably should get in because Alabama is a completely different team since week 2, and then we end up beating the number 1 team for possibly the last 2.5 seasons. But if Alabama wasn't going to get in, Georgia needed to get in, and it wasn't FSU.
Yes.
Because guess who's playing Georgia January 1st? You guessed it, FSU.
Oh, man.
So if you guys get walked the fuck out of here by Georgia, guess who's going to come in here and say, I told you so?
Mm-hmm.
I can't wait.
And I hope you prove us wrong. But
Yeah. You're right. Now, if you prove us wrong, I'm going to give you guys your flowers.
Facts.
Then yes, you should be in the top 4. It is preposterous what the committee did, but there is something in the committee handbook that says that they have to protect. Okay. They have to protect the dignity of the league or whatever it is. And if they feel that such team can't put a winning product on the field, that they can vote however they vote. And that's what they did. You don't have Travis Jordan. You don't have your captain, basically, on the team. And listen, we can argue all day long. You're not doing what you did without Travis. I don't care about I know your receiver's tough. I forgot his name, and I apologize. I'm not trying to disrespect him because he is a really good receiver. You're not doing it with a good receiver and a great defense. I don't know what football people are watching that you think with a good receiver and a good defense in college football you could win, but it's not happening. You please go look at the last 10 to 15 national championship and name me one team that didn't have a quarterback. That's all I have.
yeah,
That's all I have.
End the segment.
that's the end of that one, bro.
Word.
Now,
Leave that. Yeah.
the end of the top 4, but I'm going to stay on FSU. FSU, because of this, now let me look this up because I think things do get to change in an hour. FSU, because of the situation, is thinking about suing the NCAA
What?
for what they did.
What they do?
Okay, it says here, college football playoff sports attorney says FSU has a fighting chance for possible lawsuit against the NCAA. They want compensation because they think. I just had it here and I just lost it. I am so sorry, guys. The blah 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 blah. We're setting aside $1 million for any litigation expenses that may become as a result of this really, really poor decision by the college football playoffs. Basically, listen, I'm just going to give it to you guys in layman's terms. They think it was very unfair what the NCAA did, and they're ready to take these motherfuckers to court for this situation.
Man, shut up. Just take the
Yeah,
L.
I'm going to just say the same thing EJ said about Chad Johnson. Who cares? Who cares? Let's move on. You guys go waste the $1 million you want to put aside and not pay your top players. Yeah, go ahead and waste them. Go ahead and waste them. Nobody really cares. On to better news.
Yeah.
Caleb Williams have declared that he's not going to play in his bowl game. Thoughts? Now this has been happening for a lot of years. This happens a lot, especially with kids that declare in the draft.
KMT, bro. Kissing my teeth. I don't know. I don't know.
I don't know how to feel about it.
Yeah, I don't know how to feel
get
about
he's
it either.
protecting himself.
I know he's trying to, like Eli said, protect himself and stuff like that. But bro, you had a couple of doinkers this year, my boy. And I remember, early in the season, I was speaking real highly of you, and you played in these big games and you ain't play well. And I feel like the bowl game would have been a superb opportunity for you to really showcase that you are that guy. You are worthy of being a number one pick. I understand, you're all about your bread and you're trying to maximize whatever deals you can get out of, your situation, but your dog meter just dropped for me, my boy, so I'm a little disappointed in you.
Yeah, the way he moving,
yeah,
I don't
like
even
it.
want him if I'm the Giants.
Yeah, word, I don't like it. I like Penix, though.
I really like Penix.
I like
and Drake
Penix.
May. I like Drake May as well.
From
North
UNC?
Carolina.
Yeah.
This is all I'm going to have to say about this. This has been happening for a very long time, and I do get it. You're going into the draft. You don't want to get hurt, this, that, and the third. But guess what? Hey, NCAA, if you knew USC wasn't going to have their quarterback, why'd you put him in this bowl game? You're essentially doing the FSU thing.
That is true.
Right? So if you're going to do it to FSU, I would
Word.
expect you to do it to USC. I'm just saying.
I mean,
because
did they know beforehand?
So that's the thing. I think it probably was said after everything was said and done. And obviously, that's why players do that for these exact reasons. They do play Louisville on the 27th. That's going to be their bowl game. Louisville is not a walk in the park. Just like EJ and Eli said, USC, you guys had a lot of games that you fumbled, and you're about to play a bowl game with a very formidable opponent without your star quarterback.
Damn.
I see USC losing this game, and because of that, college football probably should have rethought about that.
Yeah.
The same way you guys rethought about FSU's chances in the top four.
100%.
That's all I'm going to say. We're going to move up to our final topic of the day. Finally, it feels like an eternity. We had a great episode, guys. I really like this episode. But we got to talk about this because such coach did say at the beginning of the season that they are 7 to 8 dogs away from being that team. Colorado has landed the number 1 lineman in the country for the 2024 season.
What that mean?
That means more protection for Shador. Shador. Wow, I'm thinking of Tupac for some reason. More protection for Shador because I know he was getting bamboozled back there.
Yo.
Pause.
Had no time.
And this might be one of the 7 to 8 dogs that they need.
Oh, nah. I watched the lights.
Yeah?
Yeah, it's a big boy, too.
Okay.
It's a big boy.
NFL, I'm pretty sure all three of us said this at the beginning of the season. If they get those the next 6 to 7 dogs,
I mean, I heard a lot of people backed out, but I'm hoping that with this guy going there,
it changes back.
that it brings down everybody reconsiders.
The kids
and
are just scared that Deion will eventually leave for the NFL. I think that's just like no matter what you in the NCAA, that's just a fear that any athlete's gonna go through. But at the same time, you got to try your best to just trust them. You know what I'm saying? And I think with what he has right now, like you said, if he gets those dogs, the offensive lineman signing, I think they get more, bro. And I think this is just the start.
Yeah,
Transfer
I feel
portal.
like it's too early for him to leave. He didn't prove anything yet, you know? He did a lot in the beginning of the season. Obviously,
he only went like 4-8.
That's what I'm saying. They had their wins early.
3 more wins than the season before, by the way.
This is true.
Yeah. Okay.
And he upset first game. So like,
against who?
Ooh, let him know. Let him know.
Against
Let him know.
TCU, who was in what last year?
Wow.
What?
Yeah, it comes full circle, buddy.
Wow.
It comes full circle. So FSU
I'm
fans,
honored
I'm
that
sorry,
you think
bro.
this is staged. I'm flattered. Matter of fact, I'm amazed.
Yo, my boy spitting.
The bars is coming
Get
out.
out
You're-
of the booth, my boy.
EJ brought up something that people are going to have to pay attention to. Yes, he landed the number 1 lineman recruit in the country. There's other ways he can do this. There is a transfer portal. So if he gets his 6 to 7 remaining dogs from the other schools, I'm telling you, just be careful. Michael Penix is going to be entering the draft. Caleb Williams is going to be entering the draft. Bo Nix is entering the draft. Okay, so the Pac-12 looking a little shaky next year if Colorado ends up getting the boys they need to get. Okay? That is going to conclude this episode, this phenomenal, this great, this amazing episode.
Yeah.
I do appreciate you two guys. I think we delivered a good one. If you guys enjoyed this episode, make sure you guys grand slam that like button. Okay? Hit stick the subscribe button because 70% of you haven't. Those 70% that haven't hit the subscribe button, your license plate, your driver's license says
Let them know.
Booty.
Let them know.
Okay? If you want to change the Booty title, make sure you guys subscribe to the BES Podcast.
Hey, this is from Target. Cut it out.
Make sure you guys hit that notification bell so you never miss a banger.
Yeah.
This is the BES Podcast. I'm here with Eli, Bella, EJ, Drew's over there. Beba did leave. I don't know where she's at. And finally, I'm Ray. We'll catch you guys next time. We love y'all.
Peace.
Peace.